Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Nas B, and I guess in front of me is my lovely co-host,
Dany B.
and this is the Loud
Loud
Ones
Ones
podcast. So today is a very special episode. We are going to be covering a very famous, newly famous hashtag, hashtag Black Men Don't Cheat. We're definitely going to get into it, and we have a really, really special guest with us today. Please welcome. You want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name's Musashi or Sashi. I'm from Queens, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you,
Queens.
Sashi. So, Dany, the hashtag Black Men Don't Cheat. So it's been made popular by Little Duval.
Yes.
And at
men
first
don't
it
cheat.
was like very comedic, right?
Yes,
And a
it
lot
really
of people
was.
were just like, posting that hashtag whenever it came to like ridiculous situations. Like for instance, Tristan Thompson cheated. We mentioned that in one of our recent episodes. And basically, so now that hashtag has been kind of made more famous to seem more serious.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely want to get into that hashtag and talk about some situations and see if it's true or not, I guess relevant to us, but I don't know. We'll talk about the shit. So yeah.
Well, I actually love that song. My man plays it in the car all the time. He wildin'. But honestly, do I actually believe in the hashtag? I mean, I think men cheat. I don't think it has to be necessarily black men.
Okay.
But
so I guess for starters, since we have a special guest with us today, and
Let's ask
actually
him.
Sashi's our first guest on our podcast.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Sashi, let's get a quick introduction. So, you're married, right?
Yes. I
How
just
long
got
have you been married?
About 4 months.
4 months.
Officially.
yeah.
Okay, officially 4 months.
Officially 4 months because we just had our wedding in St. Martin. So that like people would, I guess, characterize that as we got married recently last week.
Yes.
But that was just the ceremony. We got officially married in March.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Congratulations. So it's been a few
Congratulations,
months.
Black
Thank you.
love.
Yes. Shouts out to
Absolutely.
Black. I love that hashtag too.
I do.
Yeah.
So you guys been married for a few months. So how long have you been together all together?
Altogether, since 2014. So
Okay. And how do you guys
5
meet?
years. We met at Lincoln University. I was already an alumni, and I was just coming back for like homecoming, and it was her first year. And I met her literally through one of my line brothers.
Oh, wow.
Like I told him I was on campus. He was with her. They, were just on campus walking around and stuff, and came to meet me. And that's the first time I met her.
So when you met your wife, were you at the moment like, were you ready for a serious relationship?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I
wow.
had not been in a relationship for like a serious relationship for like 6 years.
Okay.
And obviously being in college, most people don't want to get into a relationship in college, especially if you know
Yes.
what can happen on a college campus with other people and how faithful people will be and stuff like that. So I hadn't been in a relationship for 6 years, and I was like, if I find a woman who's
a good woman.
a good woman, a great woman, and the characteristics are there, the things that I want in a woman, then I feel like I want to settle down with her.
Yeah.
So here's my question. Before we even jump into this topic, have you ever cheated?
No.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That's
No.
so interesting.
Okay.
Wow.
I've never
So when
cheated.
you were in college, if you felt like you weren't going to be serious, you just didn't like make them your girlfriend.
Yeah, like we just it might have been like exclusive, but it wasn't like we're in a relationship, like we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh, okay. And
You know how college is, man. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot of
It's a lot of
s-
temptation.
It's a lot of sex. It's a lot of
yes,
it's a lot of shit going on.
especially-
Like,
Definitely.
being in a fraternity.
yeah,
At a
more
college.
limelight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lincoln is an HBCU, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first.
Ooh,
Oh.
I like that.
The first. Yeah. That's how we rep it, man. Because people say like Cheney. There's a school called Cheney University.
Cheney.
And they say that school was the first because I guess they were. We're the first accredited university that were giving out degrees.
Okay, so the first. Okay, I
So
like
that's
to hear
why
that.
we say we're the first.
So, I have a question. I just want to kind of get the feel for things. So, are your parents still together?
My parents are not together.
So,
it's a crazy
I
ass story.
I asked that because some people.
Do you even want to go into that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I'm asking because I know, for instance, like my parents were together for a long time, but my dad was, let's just say,
promiscuous.
He's Jamaican. He was Jamaican, right?
Okay.
So
Jamaicaness.
So I mean, being Caribbean, you do see all kinds of things.
The eyes like to wander.
Yes,
absolutely.
So I mean, I think a lot of times for me, when I think about kind of the introduction to how just monogamy, I just think about your first example is your parents.
Yes.
So that's why I was asking. So like, were you, I guess, with your friends, like who influenced you to kind of be a faithful person and not be like a fuckboy, basically?
I'm like a...
Or was it just like your mind was made up and that was just like you don't have time for stress?
You didn't want to be like your parents, or like not necessarily your parents, but like your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had thoughts and anger toward the situation with my parents.
Okay.
So I was like, one thing I said to myself is I want to get married to a woman, be with her, and not do any fuck shit. Like,
I feel that.
Not cheat, not have another kid, not have another woman on the side.
Yeah.
Like, that was a goal of mine because of my situation. Because I was tight. I was like, yo, I don't like this situation. I think a family, your mom and dad should be in the crib together, raising the family, and the kids should see you every day when they wake up, see the parents, or when you come home, whatever. But it shouldn't be like, you come and visit, and I didn't like that. So I was like, you know what, like that's something I want to like set as a goal. As far as like my father and like West Indian man, I think it's in a lot of men's DNA. Yes. Like it gets passed down.
Yes, I do believe.
It's like a hereditary.
Not necessarily
it's kind of like a hereditary. It's like a hereditary thing. Like either within watching or the culture, or you know what I mean.
I definitely think it's a culture thing, and to your point of, I guess, seeing how your parents were and saying you don't want to be that as well. My husband was actually the same way. Yeah. His parents divorced like really early on, and his dad was in the in the house. So at that point, he was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I want a wife." And so my husband kind of has like the same idea. So culturally, definitely, I know we're Caribbean men, but I'm just gonna. So that's
actually one of the reasons. I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah, but that's one of the reasons why I don't typically date Caribbean men. Because I feel like I be wanting to punch them in the throat.
Is it every Caribbean? Because mine is just Jamaican. Mine has specifically been Jamaicans.
I've tried to date. I've tried to date. You know, I've actually never, I don't know if I've dated anybody that wasn't Jamaican, but my Jamaicans have definitely been a failure. And because I'm rebellious, I'm not one of those people that you can kind of like control.
Wait,
I give them the same shit back.
Not to cut you off, Dany, but as a disclaimer, guys, we're both Jamaican. So we can say
and Sashi's Guyanese.
And yes, just to clarify, so no one gets offended, I'm letting you guys know, I think my cousins have given us my cousins, my family members, my brother has given me good examples as why not to date Jamaican men. And let me tell you, till this day, my male cousins, I'm still meeting their children, and they are still meeting their children. So I'm letting y'all know.
You want to know something though? I can't even lie.
That's crazy.
I can't lie though. My grandmother and my grandfather have raised my uncles and aunts to be very monogamous people.
Yes.
So my uncles, they're great examples of black men that don't cheat.
Honestly,
let me tell you, I can only say my grandparents.
Let me tell you, the only good example I can think of, and this is gonna sound fucked up. It's gonna sound fucked up. My aunt has been married to her husband for like almost 30 years. That's the best example, and that's an in-law. That's the best example. And I say that because I have cousins that I'm like, wait, what? Like, honestly, I have relatives who are married or recently got married. Their woman is not in the country.
Oh, you know.
And then we're at an event and they're asking me about my friend. And I'm like, dude, what?
That kind of, I'm not
going to
go into too much detail.
Yes.
But that kind of happened to me recently where I'm kind of at an event and, you know, somebody's family member's kind of hitting on me. And I'm just like, we're in the house with your wife. Like, what the fuck are you
honestly,
doing? Like,
let me tell you.
Don't care.
Let me tell you.
Weird. It's confusing.
No,
it makes me very disappointed. It makes me disgusted, actually.
But, you know, it makes me uncomfortable. And I mean, since you're a faithful guy.
Okay. And you're Caribbean. You can talk on
Can
that.
I ask you a question? Do you have friends who are not faithful and like, for instance, because I've seen, like, I have a lot of guy friends. And what happens is when I go out, I might be the only girl in the whole crew.
Always.
They'll be like, it'll be split. Like, some of them will be faithful and some of them are not. So then when we all go out, like, you can kind of see the ones that go do their thing, but the faithful ones, it's like they give them a look, but they don't say nothing because they mind their business. Like, what do you do? Because do you have a conversation?
You gotta just stay in your lane, man.
Or
like,
do you
play your position?
I always say that.
It's
that's what me personally, because I still have a lot of guy friends who are single.
Yes.
Who we like to go out, we like to drink, we like to go to the club, whatever, and they doing their thing, and I'm sitting there. I'm kind of just like entertained by it. Like, I'm seeing them do what they do, and that's it really. Like, you just gotta you gotta try to fight off temptation. Like, I wrote that in my post, like, with me and my wife. I'm like, yo, we're gonna defeat temptation, and we're gonna like just love hard and like continue to grow together. Like, that's what I feel.
Has that been tough for you? Because there's when I in college, obviously everyone takes psychology 101, right? They always say you need at least one person in your life, but they always also talk about how hard it is to be with one person for the rest of your life. So the temptation, has it been hard, or kind of do you have, I don't want to say a seance, but do you have anything that you tell yourself or talk to yourself about and just remind yourself of just to keep faithful?
You gotta say like, yo, you're married, like, or like you have a girlfriend, like, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, because there's beautiful men and women walking around all over the place, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, my wife might see a guy that's appealing to her, or attractive or whatever to her eye, but as long as you're not like making a move and stepping over those boundaries, I don't think there's like an issue with, because you're gonna see people regardless, you know what I mean?
So what do you consider cheating?
Wait, before we even jump into that, because that's gonna go to a whole new level.
Yeah,
a week ago, I'm gonna say I heard of a situation where somebody was considering all the fuck shit they were doing as emotional cheating, and I was like, what? So we can get into it, but go ahead, Dany.
So, what I was gonna say is, I don't remember now. So we can just ask.
Well, it'll come back.
That black men don't cheat shit is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
I'm just being honest with you. I fucking hate the fact that even came out, because it basically like it's a slap in the face.
Yes.
To women.
It is a slap in the face, and it kind of mocks men too, because it's like, come on. Like, act like guys, black men don't cheat. Like, are you serious? What type of shit are we talking about now?
Listen, in my experience, I've been with my husband for a very long time. We're high school sweethearts, right? So this might be very premature for a lot of people, but I mean, I started dating young, right? Like, I'm going to say my official boyfriends or whatever, like 15, 16, right? And from my little experience in that time, pure fuck shit. In high school, it was fuck shit. Not only that, in my experience being married, I go out with my sisters. My sisters have been single on and off for a period of time. So I'm always obviously the one in an exclusive relationship when I go out. And I've been in situations where it's extremely awkward, because it'll be a guy where I know his wife, I know the girlfriend or whatever. And they'll be like all trying to be up on me. And I'm like, dude, you know I'm married. You're married or you're in a situation. And they be like, oh, but at least we know. And I'm just like, no, that's pure fuck shit. Like, why can't you keep it a buck? I don't know. I don't have time for shit like that. And I don't know how men have time to have multiple girls because it's expensive, okay? It's expensive to fucking feed one person.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine you having to split 7 days. Like, when do you have time for yourself?
And I'll be honest with you, I'm not good at that shit. Like, you know how there's like pimps or like they have those characteristics. They could juggle 6 girls at one time and talk to this girl for this hour, that hour. Me personally, I can't do that. But I feel like there's some guys that just can't do it and they're good at it.
Yeah,
I don't.
If I honestly, as a black woman, I can't talk about black men, but if I'm talking to more than one person at a time, even if I'm single, like. I'm currently in a relationship, so I'm not talking to anybody besides him. Yeah. But if I'm in a relationship, if I'm not in a relationship, I'm talking to multiple people at one time. I'm only taking one of them really. I'm not honestly, no bullshit. I'm not taking any of them serious because I cannot focus on one of them because you end up doing some fucked up stupid shit. Like, oh no, did we have this conversation yesterday? No, we didn't have this conversation yesterday. And then you're like all fucked up. That's how men get in trouble because they think they can do it, but it's almost kind of impossible.
Men get caught all the time, though.
Every time.
They're so
stupid. They
just
don't learn. But
no offense, Sash.
So
it's all good.
Now the men are stupid. Like, come on. Like, and the thing is, like, okay, so I have this friend, and her guy keeps cheating on her. And making excuses every single time. So now it's an emotional cheating. When she has proof that it's been physical, but for him it's been emotional. And and this is my thing. I don't think men can emotionally cheat because a lot of times the reason why they get interested in someone is because it's a physical attraction there. Right. So you already started physically cheating before the emotional attachment happens. I find that women can emotionally cheat because we can be at work and a guy can see a woman stressed out. Just like her face can be like whatever, resting bitch face situation. And he can immediately be like, okay, how's your day doing? Da-da-da, small talk. A woman already starts to cling to that attention because she's not getting that from her guy. So it becomes more of an emotional thing before a physical. Right. So when he kept saying to her, it's just been emotional. I'm like, okay, you're downplaying
what you're doing.
First
of all, I don't mean to cut you off, but what I wanted to say is that men are a lot of times emotionally disconnected. So them emotionally cheating is very rare because they don't come to you most of the time up front with their emotions. They come to you with lust. They come to you, like you said, they come to you with lust. They come to you because they like how you look, not because they want to get to know your brain. You were in the library reading, so they said, oh yeah, she was reading, so I like her. No. But you know what? There are men, I'm not going to say every man, but I say there are men that will do that. But it's very rare. It's very, very rare.
The majority has been the way that you describe it, off of physical and attraction.
Yeah.
But can you forgive? Okay, so would you rather be emotionally cheated on, right? If you think that's possible with a guy, or physically cheated on, and can you forgive?
Emotional. Once you touch another female, it takes so much to get to touching a female. It takes so much between the kiss, the rub. There's so many times I could have went through your head.
Yes.
You see, you're flirting with somebody. Okay, you flirted. You said, right. "Oh, you look cute," or something like that. You understand? Okay, that's a little emotional cheat. But now you done kissed the bitch. You done licked her. You done touched her. You done inserted. You done came. You done physically, like you did all of that.
Wait, so Dany, how long have you been with your boyfriend?
I've been with him for 3 years.
So you can't forgive him if he physically cheated on you?
Nope. I don't accept that.
Emotionally cheated on you. You can forgive him?
Yeah, I can. You have one fucking chance, nigga. One chance. If you take another chance, that is a dub. Like,
are you sure?
Huh?
I mean, until a situation happens, how can you say that?
I'm not gonna go too much into it, but we have encountered something before. Okay. But it was again emotional, and it was I'm not gonna lie, like I call myself the juice master because shit do not get past me. Like, so it was like almost instant that, you know, I found out, and this is why I forgave him. He told me the truth. I asked you a question and you gave me the truth. If you lied to me, we're gonna have a problem.
Yes.
But if you tell me the truth about something you did, we can get past it because now I can trust you.
Yeah.
Because you told me the truth.
See, the thing is with my husband, and so we've never had the cheating issue. I mean, I think in high school it was like maybe when we first met and we were talking to each other. I think he was like on and off talking to some chick like randomly for a week, and I was like, I'm not with that. But I'm very, I don't want to say I'm very like rigid when it comes to that part of the relationship, because I feel like there's 7 billion people in the world.
7.5 billion people.
And
another 500 million.
And
yes.
So if you're cheating on me, right? I just feel like it takes, like you said, Dany, it takes so much to get to that point. For me, because I've been with my husband for almost 12 years now, I feel like, and people would say, oh, 12 years going down the drain, right? I just feel like it's the ultimate disrespect. Like, because now I have to live the rest. Am I supposed to stay with you and live the rest of my life with that shit on my mind? Like, I have to now do self-therapy to erase that and get comfortable with you. And now you made me uncomfortable. And but again, to Sashi's point, like when that happens, if that happens, but my husband always makes it clear, like he knows who his wife is. And my sisters always tell me, because they deal with their shit differently. I don't fucking play games. I really don't. I don't have the fucking time.
Don't.
And not only that, my husband knows what I bring to the table, so it's a whole fucking loss. So I don't play that type of shit, and we don't play with each other like that. That's one thing I can say. We don't play shit like that. So I've never had to encounter or think or like, oh my God, who's this bitch or who's that? Like my husband really just got on social media like a fucking few months ago. He was off it for 8 years. Like he doesn't give a shit about any of that. He comes home, he's just a family guy. But I've seen other guys on the flip side. Like I said, family members, my close friends. I've had friends, like for instance, I remember this weird shit I was in like, I don't want to say it's a 3-way because it wasn't like that what I'm saying, but I had a best friend, and I put her onto one of my good guy friends, right? And he started to...
Can I pause you right there? Don't you ever.
I've learned because I thought... No, seriously, I thought I was a fucking matchmaker for a long time because I was putting together couples. Like, first of all, I have couples... Listen, my success rate have been pretty decent, okay? I had one couple who literally just got engaged and had a child, and they've been together for 7 years. I put them together. I put a lot of people together. Okay,
that's what's up. That's lit.
I'm out the business though, so don't fucking hit me up about it. But there was one couple I had put together, and I was like, "Yo, y'all think y'all would vibe? Cool, whatever." So next, you know, the guy friend, no one really fucked with him because he was an asshole. I can be an asshole too, but we can all be
assholes.
We could just vibe. We was just vibing. So then this bitch that we was all cool with, all of a sudden, too many walks, too many talks for me. So then the best friend that was his girlfriend, I was like, all right, I think that he's playing her. What the fuck do I do, right? So then I'm like, okay, you know what? I try to like, you know, tiptoe around the situation because I don't like to get in nobody's shit because what happens is you'll lose friends.
What, Sashi? I just said that to him.
You'll lose friends.
Oh, you gain an enemy.
When you don't, this is weird. It's like, okay, here's my good guy friend, and here's my best friend, right? Like, what the fuck do I do? At the time, she was my best friend, and so now when him and the girl started being physical in front of me, I was like, okay, you're being disrespectful to me because you fucking know that that you're dating my best friend now. You're trying to fuck with me, and it's like, yo, but you're but you're my nigga. You know what I mean? So then I had to tell her. She didn't really believe it at first, and I was like, bitch, listen, I'm trying to put you on because you looking crazy, and he's doing the crazy shit with me, and I'm like, come on. So I do that. I tell her. She breaks up with him. You know, this nigga told me he called me a rat.
Okay.
He was like, "Oh, you're a rat, and you betrayed me." I'm like, first off, I've been friends with her.
Your loyalty is to her.
Long time.
Your loyalty
I
is
already
to her.
told you if you get with shorty, don't do no fuck shit.
Boom.
You do the fuck shit in my face, my nigga. You couldn't even come on, take it home. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm on my business. But like now it's getting to a point where if people caught us in public and you doing your fuck shit, I look like a fucked up person. Period. So then I was like, you know what? And I felt bad because I was pushing him off to be a good guy. And I was like, fuck, man, you let me down another one. I'm like, another fucking black man cheating. It is. And that has happened to me so many times when it'll be a friend, they'd be like, yo, Nas, put me on the so-and-so, put me on so-and-so. And they fuck it up every time. So in my experience through other people, every black man that I've put onto one of my, I'm sorry, friends and sisters, they fucking cheated.
Yo, you want to know?
Every one of them.
Do you want to know something?
And then their excuses are so fucking dumb.
They love to do this victim shit that pisses me off. Like, how can you ask me to fucking make you lit with the bitch, and then you fucking putting water on the fucking fire?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, that shit pisses me off, especially when it comes to my friends. All my friends are like my best friends because I don't have like a very large circle. I know a lot of people, and I'm very cool with a lot of people, but my friends are like my holy grail. Yeah. So I actually had a situation like that where one of my friends, one of my friends is like a fuckboy or whatever. And he was trying to talk to one of my friends, and I was like, that's a fucking dub. I'm not putting you on with her. You're trash. You're a trash nigga. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. First of all, I'm not doing it with you, and I'm not doing it with her because y'all not gonna be calling me on my phone to talk about it because I'm ignoring both of y'all because I told both of y'all not to talk to each other. So I say it all the time, like, nah, like, la, and you know, he was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't believe you, so if I don't believe you, I'm not gonna do that to my friend. And that's something I never wanted to be in one of those like triple friendship things, and then you're in the middle because
what if they just what if this is grown? What if this is grown shit? Like
if they
just want to fuck?
Oh, let me tell you.
It's not a relationship.
Oh, let me tell you.
Put me on.
I've done that. I have not
different.
done that, but I've had friends who wanted to do that together. And for instance, I had a group of people I set up like that. They were just fuck buddies. And the girl was like, nah, do your thing to the guy. And he wanted the relationship. She didn't want one. She just wanted to fuck. I've never seen that type of dynamic, by the way. That's strange for me because it's usually the girl that wants a relationship and the guy that just wants to fuck, but it was switched. So anyways,
it's not really that strange.
I mean, well, in my experience, it was. So then that happened. And lo and behold, she encouraged him to talk to other people. He did that. He fucked other girls, and then you know what? He had to come clean about some things, and she was like really hurt by it. And I'm like, why the fuck are you hurt?
Why you mad?
He wanted
Why you mad,
exclusive. He wanted to be exclusive. You didn't give a fuck, and now you see the experience and everything. And that's another thing. A lot of girls swear that they want something. They don't really want something.
They don't know, and they act like they know, but they don't.
I think it's two different things because I've seen girls want something, and I've seen guys want something. When guys really, really want something. They actually do stick to it to some degree. I'm not going to say 100%, but I will say that. But have you been in that situation where you tried to put a friend on, or he wanted to talk to a relative or something like that, and you know your friend was trash?
Oh, I don't play the family shit, first of all. If it's my cousins, girl cousins, any of that.
Nope.
Nah, my mans ain't. Nah.
I know people who don't care.
They know not to even ask me. Like, nah.
But
and even my girl cousins, if they come to me, oh, your friend. I was like, yo, don't come to me with that shit. Like, that's not happening. If you do some shit behind my back, don't come talk to me about it later. Like, but nah, I've had friends who wanted to get put on, girls and guys who wanted to get put on with each other. Yeah. And I don't mind it. I just don't want to deal with the bullshit later when y'all come to me call you. And like what you just said, like, yo, I'm ignoring your call. Like, y'all are grown ass people. Y'all chose to want to fuck with each other or see if this works. Y'all do it on your own.
I always get caught up in that shit.
That's why you just need to start turning your phone off.
I could give advice, but now to like try to repair it, like you want me to talk to
you know what happens when you give advice? Well, Sashi told me your name automatically is dragged into it. It's like,
yo, let me tell you.
Wait, we
I have given advice a billion fucking times. And then what happens? You go back to fucking and sucking. And then what happens is I sit here and like, yo, my nigga, I didn't get to watch my show on Sunday because I was on a fucking hour conversation dealing with your bullshit and you was fucking and sucking by Monday. And this is why
that makes me so
that shit
mad.
made me
You
so
call me
mad.
It's so hard.
Like and then now, like then what happens when it happens again? And I'm a dickhead because I could be a dickhead after a while.
Yo, I'm
like,
asshole.
I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, all right, yo, you good? All right, I'll switch the subject. Oh, you're insensitive. The fuck are you? You're insensitive, okay? You didn't give a fuck about me
fucking over here tugging on my fucking heartstrings and shit. Got me feeling all sad for you.
You taking away my dick time and for your shit.
You're going to go right back.
And then you're going to go right back. And then you look fucking dumb. And I'm like, you know what? Good for your ass. And then it's like, and you know what I don't like? It's like when sometimes, and this is fucked up for me, and maybe it's because I'm a female, I get attached to like a fucked up situation where I'm like, yo, he's a fucked up person.
Yo.
Then they get back together, then you got to be in the same fucking room, and then you the one with the attitude, and she over here smiling.
Yo.
Like,
yo.
Why y'all put yourselves in those?
Nah, because you
know
what?
Like when you love your friends, like I say this all the time, when you love your friends and then you see somebody doing some fuck shit to your friend, it makes you mad because I invest in my friends. I'm invested in my friends. Yes. I try to stay out of their relationship, but I'm invested in my friends. You understand? That's why I don't like for my friends to date, because if I'm invested in both of y'all, I'm gonna feel like it's gonna be hard to tell one person they're wrong and the other person they're wrong. It's just gonna be very hard.
Yes. See, for me, I have a lot of sisters, right? I'm one of 4 girls. So the friends that I've put onto my sisters, or even my sisters when they go through shit with their boyfriends and they come tell me like full disclosure what the fuck happened, I don't fuck with homeboy. I don't give a damn.
It makes me
mad.
I
don't give a fuck. I could be really cold after a while. Like, I give you chances, but then when it be on some fuck shit, especially if it happens in my face, I've seen things like that happen in my face, and I don't fuck with you. And then it'll be like my sisters or my friends would be like, yo, Nas, trying to have a conversation about him with me, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I will tell you that. Fuck him. And I'm like, yo, he can't come in my car. Nigga can't come to the crib.
I try to scale back on that, but I do want to touch on this because we did skip this question. Okay, we're gonna scale back a little bit. What do you consider cheating?
Yes,
what do you consider cheating? What is considered cheating?
Cheating is the intent of wanting to take it to the next step, or that includes texting, phone calls.
What about drunk nights? Like, say if you get drunk and you do something, not necessarily that's cheating. Like, maybe let's say you were in the club, and you're flirting, and then you were drunk, so you maybe have gotten their number, but when you wake up, you're like, yeah, that was a dub, and you dub it. Would you consider that cheating?
I think that's considered cheating.
Okay.
I mean,
if you in your sober mind you say, nah, this is a dub. Like, what was I fucking thinking? Like,
I have
but when you're drunk, we spoke about this too. When you're drunk, a lot of times you do things that your mind wanted you to do already. You just muster up the courage to do it. That's true.
What? Drunk. That's you think that?
I really, honestly, sometimes drunk mind you do speak sober thoughts, but sometimes I'm not gonna try to like sugarcoat or try to like make it seem like what my point is because I see people do stuff when they're drunk. And then when they're sober, they're like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, they're just stupid because sometimes you get so drunk, your mind is not functioning. Your mind is completely not functioning.
Right. I have an experience that maybe offers a different opinion, right? So I had this huge birthday party for my 25th birthday like years ago. And oh shit, I just gave my age out.
How many years?
A couple of years ago. And
bitch.
it was I'm still young, yes.
Is it so?
And it was supposed to be a very intimate party. So I think I had like 30 people. I rented out this loft in Brooklyn. And I don't drink at all. Anyone who really personally knows me, I don't drink. Maybe my birthday and like maybe Christmas.
She had like 5 Mai Tais and said she was drunk.
But listen, That was my first time. No, this
is in Paris.
This is in Paris. That's my first time drinking over here. I don't drink. So when I do drink, it's a whole nother experience.
Yeah.
So obviously, yes. So I wasn't married at the time, but I was with my husband then. And so we're at the party. Everyone who knows me, because I've been with him for so long, knows us. So I'm drinking. What threw me off, which now I know, is don't mix champagne with any other type of liquor because champagne will fuck you up. Somebody bought me like this over-exaggerated size of fucking champagne. I've never seen this size.
Magnum.
I don't even know.
That big ass shit.
No, it's like a big brolic-ass bottle.
Yeah, it's a Magnum bottle.
So anyways, I drink the bottle to my head. I didn't share it with no one.
Damn.
Don't fucking look at me like that.
This bitch is wildin'. Do y'all know how big a Magnum bottle is? That shit is like this big.
So I must have had like 9 or 10 fucking like shots. And then my friend comes in and was like, "Happy birthday, Nas." This fucking brolic. At the time, it was like 2 foot, like a 2 feet bottle. Mm-hmm. So I drink it, and I invited, like, again, it was supposed to be a very intimate party. This boy I know brings a group of niggas with him from his birthday party. I was already drunk. I wasn't trying to be a bitch, so I was like, you know what? So my boyfriend, now husband, was like, "Yo, Nas, who the fuck are these niggas?" And I already know some of them, right? Doing too much online. So now my husband gives me a birthday like shout out speech or some shit where the birthday cake comes. So niggas knew, the new people came in, already knew who he was to me. This is how much niggas don't give a fuck.
They disrespectful.
You can be inches away from someone's husband or boy. They don't give a fuck.
Yep.
So I'm drinking. Now I'm over here trying to be the life of the party, right? So I'm like jumping up like a white bitch, fist pumping or doing what the fuck I was doing. And so what happens is I get pushed down, like bent over, right? I don't remember if I was falling at the time or someone like
bent
like
you over.
No. Okay, see, Sashi, you try to comfort me. No.
I thought that's what the story was going.
I don't remember how I got in that position, right? And this is when I don't remember. This is what I was told, okay? Because this is how fucked up I was. I just remember waking up at 7 p.m. the next day. I don't remember anything. That's why you don't drink. Listen, I'm trying to give you my experience.
Do not talk, Sashi. Do not talk.
Anyways, so next thing you know, apparently what happened is somebody is over here like rubbing their dick on my ass. Like, not like, no, they got jeans on. Stop it, Dany. Like, Caribbean dancing, basically.
Dubbing.
Doing the fucking most. And then next, I guess the guy that I invited that brought the friends, he was continuing his party after mine. And so all of a sudden, they took my phone to put their numbers in and exchange numbers without me knowing. Like, texting themselves from my cell phone. So anyways, so fast forward. I wake up at 7 p.m. the next day. And I'm in my mom's room because at the time I was I didn't go back home because I was too fucked up. So I was upstairs in my mom's room, and my husband was downstairs. He was my boyfriend at the time, and he's on the couch. I come down, and I'm in a good fucking. I'm not in a good mood because I'm fucked up. I'm like, hey, niggas tight. So I'm like, yo,
what the fuck?
So I'm like, no. Immediately, knowing my boyfriend, husband, I'm like, yo, he's hungry, right? So I'm like, you hungry, right? He's like, no. He's like, yo, let's go the fuck home. I'm like, oh, whoa. Because he's never like hostile. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm sitting here rubbing my eyes trying to figure out what happened. I see my birthday dress was torn. I don't know how. It was a $300 dress. It was fucked up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? I don't even know how I got home. I had bruises. I don't know what happened. So next thing you know, I go to my phone. Mm-hmm. I got a text from a number I don't know. I got heart eyes in my fucking DMs. I'm trying to put two together. Like, what the fuck happened? So he was like, yo, niggas got disrespectful. They try to bend you over and dub. But I looked like I was dancing because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just got pushed down. So I was trying to, like, I didn't know I was dancing with him. Like, because I was not trying to dance. You
probably thought it was your husband.
No. My sister was like, yo, come to the kitchen. I got to tell you what happened. She's like, so when you talk to him, you could, whatever. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened? So she was like, yo, you was so drunk. She was like, someone pushed you over. You kept trying to get up, but you couldn't get up by yourself. So she says when her and my other cousins peep what these niggas try to take advantage of me like drunk, right? They was like, yo, because they saw my husband's face. My husband is with the shits all the time. So they already peeped his face. He would fuck up a party. He don't care. So they was like, yo, we peeped his face. So we was like, yo, we ran over there and got you out of there. He's like, next you know, they trying to leave. They taking your phone and they putting your number in it. But she's like, you thinking you're going to party with your friend that came, the guy that came, right? But she was like, you're so drunk not noticing that they trying to fuck with you. You know what I mean? So my husband was taking a back seat because his whole thing was, it was $1 million loft. So he already knew how expensive it was for me to rent. And he was like, I didn't want to fuck it up. But he was like, I was 2 seconds. He's like, your sister saw. He's like, so I let it rock because I was going to hit. He didn't like the niggas that was there. Right.
I feel that.
Because he was like, who the fuck invited these fuck boys? So anyways, I'm sitting here like, oh my God. He's like, this is how you get when because we never partied together. So he's like, this is how you get when you go out. And I'm like, no, he knows I don't drink. I'm over here explaining myself and I look like an asshole. So from now on, I don't have any more birthday parties. I don't have birthday parties or anything like that. But then he was really upset because these guys, like my sister said she deleted my number from their phone or whatever. But the fact that they was doing this at the party and like they know that was my guy, they sending me heart eyes, all this other stuff, and now like I look bad. But again, like to your point, you were saying like if you're drunk, you should. I had
honestly, sometimes you don't recollect. Like sometimes
and
you really don't even.
It wasn't my.
That's not even your intention.
Like,
it
you
wasn't
don't think
like
my
that,
intention.
and you just get drunk. Like
it wasn't my intention. Someone pushed me down, and I'm trying to get up, and he's over here trying to dagger me. Mind you, the nigga was like 5'6". He was like 5'6", and my husband is like 5'11". So I'm like, why would you even try this?
I mean, things happen. Things happen.
So from the outside looking in, it looked crazy. But it was not like that.
No, we feel that. I feel that. But you said from the outside. I mean, what were you saying? Sorry.
I was just saying that things happen. I guess in the staying in the realm of drinking and things potentially possibly happening.
Yes.
Things can happen, but I think the important thing is if the roles were reversed. So basically thinking, okay, if she was out and she was drunk and she was doing this, how would I feel? So it's like you kind of gotta like just wear her shoes, or she has to wear your shoes. Like, cause imagine that happened with your man.
Yeah.
And you were there, and girls was just like, and he was just like. You might have even been a little mad at him, a little, like, you know what I'm saying? But you see like he's not really intensely trying to do that, but it's just the way it look is like either you can't handle yourself or like you don't care about me even being here.
But the funny thing is, I don't drink unless I'm with my husband or it's like my sisters. Like if I do drink.
Right. Okay.
Because my sisters always want to get me fucked up because I don't drink. They think it's funny, but I don't drink. So he was like, wait, what? And I'm like, nah, this is not how it goes because I don't drink when I go out.
How long y'all been together at that time?
At that time, we were together 8 years. I think 8 or 9 years.
Oh, okay.
So that was on some wild shit because he never been disrespected like that to that extent in his face. But it wasn't.
And he should have fucked him up.
But he didn't know. Because you know what happened? He turned around and saw me down. You know what I mean? He turned around and saw me like bent over. So he didn't see me falling and trying to get up. And I had to explain that, and my sisters had to explain that because I'm like, because when they told me what I was doing, I was like, I was trying to throw it back like you fucking dumb. Right. But anyways, so I digress.
Just to change gears a little bit, do you feel? Here's my question: do you feel like women cheat more than men?
I think they cheat better than men.
Yes. Okay, I can agree with that.
I don't know because I don't really know the ratios and the numbers.
That's true.
But
in your experience, like,
well, I don't.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying experience through other people.
Experience of knowing, of knowing and seeing other people do it and stuff like that. Yeah, I think. I really think it's equal. I think it's equal. I think a lot of people say men cheat more because probably they get caught more. But I think women are more smooth and slick when it comes to getting done what they need to get done.
I had this conversation with my friend, and I think the only reason why women are less inclined to cheat is because we know how to say no. I feel like men, they get stuck in this, I don't want to be too rude, I don't want to be too brash, while women are like, nah, if I told you no, that means no.
So you think women...
I think we're more inclined to say, like, we're more inclined to stick to our guns compared to men. Because I feel like, I only say that because, like, when a woman really fucks with a nigga, like, when she really, really fucks with a nigga, like, she's not going to cheat on him.
I don't think that.
I only reason why I say that is because I've seen women who have men that are disgustingly cheating on them, men that are disrespecting them, and they still stick around and they still try to hold it out and do it for the family kind of thing. I think that's for their own selfish reasons.
And I say that because a lot of women don't want to be the other statistic where they're 30 plus not married, 30 plus no kids.
I think that's an aspect. But the only reason why I say that is because, like, think about you. Yeah. Right? Think about me. Let's think about Deja. If a man is being too much, what are we most likely going to do?
Too much like what?
Like, say if you in a club and he's doing too much, he's in your face too much.
Oh, like, another guy.
Another guy is in your face.
Oh, I don't like shit like that.
You see, like, you see, men, it's kind of harder for them to resist temptation. Like, if a woman is pressing on you, especially if she look good and she's pressing on you, and
I mean,
I feel like just I know there are strong men, and I don't want to take that from my black men. Yeah. I feel like they can be strong. I just feel like they don't want to hurt feelings. They try to
think?
Yes, I do. The only way I've only seen men that hurt feelings women that they're not really attracted to. I only see,
get out my face.
Well, like, get out my face, bitch, or like they're kind of disgusted, like kind of thing.
Well, from my experience, well, not my personal, right? But I've had friends who are the females who I've seen have a really good guy, and I've had to drop them places. Let's just say, and I didn't know I was signed up to do some shit like that, because I'm not a city girl, right? I'm not one of them, so I don't support shit like that. But I've seen girls who have really good guys and do dickhead shit, like complete asshole shit. I've seen it too many times.
I feel that.
And a lot of times it's because it'll be something small that they don't, and that can take it how you want, that they don't, why they're not happy with their guy. It can be
small things matter to females. Small things matter.
It'll be something
matter more than the big things.
No, I'm not talking about dick size.
Oh, got you.
I'm talking about small shit.
No, we're not talking about that. Ooh.
Okay, we're not. No. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm talking about, it'll be small shit. Things, like, for instance, he doesn't take me out enough. It'll be, he doesn't make enough. Or it'll be something really fucking small that maybe she could have a conversation with. But the immediately when you start overthinking too much so much in your head, it'll be that same moment where somebody approaches you and it's like you didn't even probably have the time to talk to him about it, and you just fall into that fucking trap, right? Okay. And sometimes I do see a lot of girls who are too nice to tell a guy no and brush him off, or it can be starting off platonic. And because I've had friendships, like my husband knows most of my friends like are guy friends, because I've had some like shitty friends with females. And I've also been in situations where it's weird because it'll be very platonic at first, and then the guy would try to hit on me, and I'm like, whoa, now I have to be an asshole and be like, I'm not with the shit. But I've seen it other ways where my friends it'll start off platonic, they're cool, they're hanging out on the couch or whatever the fuck it is, and then next you know, the girl just kind of falls into it, or she gets drunk, or something trusting happens, and then they fuck. Yeah, and then she ruins it.
I'm
with
not
her
saying
guy.
that it doesn't happen. I just feel like women are more inclined to be, I guess, like stand their ground.
Because I feel
like women are more inclined to, stand up for things, like,
I mean, guys are not in tune with their feelings and emotions as much as women. So we're not as secure. We're not as secure. Men are not as secure. So when a girl comes up to them to basically feed your ego and your self-esteem, you might say, yeah, let me go ahead and try this, because maybe she'll just give me some or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how guys
So
operate.
do you agree with what I'm saying about like women being more inclined to?
Yeah. I see it all the time with females, so they could just shut a dude down. 1, 2,
That's
3.
if-
It's
okay.
easy.
I'm
But guys will not shut a girl down.
But if
It's
he
not
literally-
is disgusting, right? Because I've seen these two different type of approaches with girls too. If he's disgusting, like he smells, he's unattractive, whatever, it's a whole other reaction. Like fuck no, right? If he is fine, to my real fine, I've seen girls risk it all.
I've seen
that shit.
I seen that too.
And it don't matter. They can have a fine ass nigga at home too. Everything.
I want to ask you too. Would you have a conversation with a guy?
What do you mean?
Just in your actual situation,
my
like if it's a club, fine
my
guy,
husband
respectful.
tells me I'm friendly, I'm too friendly, and that's because it's not that I'm friendly, right? Because I'm you either hear two different things about me. I'm either asshole, I'm too friendly, but the reason why in certain situations I may come off being friendly, and this is from my personal experience. When you tell, especially a black man, no, you're an attractive female, you say no, and you're in public, they take it to a huge offense, and then they try to create a situation. So I try to be, they'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. How are you? You know, I'll do that. They'd be like, oh, what's your name? Jessica, whatever, name I say at the time. And then they'll be like, oh, do you get a drink? Oh, no, I'm good. Why? Like, I got a guy. And then they usually be like, oh, it doesn't matter how long you been together. And then when I say how long, they're like, it's not. And then they'd be like, usually they walk away, and then some guys still persist. And I'd be like, nah, you good, love, thank you. I try to be like decent, because what happens is if I'm like, yo, I'm fucking good. Right? And now if you're pushing on me, you're doing the fucking most, I'm a wild. But sometimes, because us females, we also get attacked often. I find if I'm in a certain guys can be very hostile. I don't know why guys always think guys are always respectful. They're not physical. They ultimately like to get physical with females, like immediately. They want to grope. They want to grab shit. I don't like stuff like that. Yeah. So to protect myself, I often try to give a decent response. I'll try to be friendly, brush them off, so that we can end on good terms and saying have a nice day. Because I can. It depends on how you approach me. I try to be nice.
You're right. True. I agree with that.
My
wife told me numerous stories, just in the hood, when a guy could come up to you and it could be late at night. And a dude come to you, you gotta like kind of let him off easy.
Yes.
Because if you don't, they'll suck my dick, bitch.
No,
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Listen,
like you'll get hurt out there.
Yes.
Trying to be like, oh, miss, I'm tough girl. Like, no, fuck out my face, nigga. I don't want to be with you.
Honestly, it's true.
I'll be on the phone, like at work or some shit, and I'm on lunch, and that happens to me. Somebody tries to talk to me, and my husband be like, all right, Nas, walk the fuck away. Then he be yelling at the phone because he be so tight when he has and I'm like, yo, you already know, like, come on, like, you know what I mean? You already know how niggas give it up. I can't do that, because bitches get slashed too in their face for all kinds of shit. So
So I kind of want to change direction a little bit, because we're about to kind of wrap up. We're gonna go into our Nas B section of this podcast. So this Nabi section is basically something that we completely said was some fuck shit this week. I'm gonna start off, so I'm just gonna do my little drop real quick.
Nah, B.
So my Nabi for the week is, so last week there was a Caribbean parade in Baltimore. And I'm walking through the parade. It's crowded. And I literally, like, had this nigga grab my ass like he was my man. Like, y'all ever been with somebody and y'all have y'all girlfriend, you like, yes, babe, I just saw you just grab her ass and you holding that shit like it was like that.
That's what happened?
Literally, he grew. Like,
where was this?
This was in Baltimore. So I'm walking down, and he grabbed it. Like, I was walking, we weren't in front of each other, nothing. I was in passing. He grabbed that shit and was holding that shit.
Wow.
And I turned to him and I was like, yo, get the fuck off me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why the fuck do you think you could do that? And somebody was like, yo, you should have punched him in his face. And this goes back to, like, being harsh. Like,
Pepper Mace's ass.
Yo, shit. I wanted to punch him so bad, but in my heart, it's like, now, if I punch him, he gonna punch me back, because he don't already have no respect for me. None. And I want to say this to you, black men. Y'all cannot be fucking putting your hands on females.
Men, period.
Don't be doing that shit. Not even black men. I'm sorry, just men, period.
That's disrespectful.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Because if my nigga was there, you would have been dead, nigga. You would have been dead. You cannot do that to females. You cannot put them in situations like that, and you cannot touch them. That shit got me hot right now because I really felt weak at that moment. I was tight as fuck. But I'm going to wrap up my Nabi because I'm a little emotional and that shit pissed me off.
But you should be like, you should feel like that. And that's why it's a, I'm not going to say a dangerous to have a wife or have a girlfriend or whatever, even fathers with their daughters. Like, mad stuff could happen to our women out there in the street at any given time.
Exactly.
And we got to basically, as men, our duty is to protect you guys and make sure that y'all are good. And sometimes that means sacrificing our goddamn life or fucking jail or some shit, because we want to make sure y'all are good. So I know if your man was there, he would have had you. You know what I'm saying? Another dude should have fucking stepped in.
Listen,
right there.
That even goes into that Tiana Taylor video, and she's arguing with a man around a bunch of men, and nobody did anything. Nobody said anything. That's some weak ass shit.
They don't stand up. A
You
lot
don't
of
have
men
to
don't
be
stand
violent.
up the way that they're supposed to.
So, I was thinking about my Nabi. I was gonna talk about my fucked up travel experience.
Yo, that shit was wild. Norwegian Air, y'all some assholes. For
Fuck
real.
y'all. Let me tell y'all real quick about fucking Norwegian. And don't, it's a dub, okay? First off, so we get excited about traveling back, my husband and I, to the U.S. to go see, obviously, our son. And all of a sudden, I'm on the way there. No fucking notification. They usually text you your boarding pass and shit. I get nothing. We're already, like, getting there 2 hours before. And, international travel, I think it's 3 hours. So we're already like, shit. We get there, and we got to walk through the airport. I see this long-ass line. So I'm like, yo, this is the line for JFK. They like, yeah. They're like, so this guy was like, get this. He was like, welcome to the party. Flight's canceled. I said, the fuck out of here. Because I saw it on the board, but it was in another language. And I was like, that can't mean canceled in fucking French. Like, no. So anyways, we on this long-ass line. I said, what's the line for? Nobody fucking knows. Not even the Norwegian desk knows what the line is for. But anyways, basically, Norwegian cancels the flight, had no plans of getting 300 plus people back to the States, had no fucking plans. They put us up in a prison-like fucking hotel. I had a chain on my fucking window. I swear to God. And they didn't even give out the number for the hotline. So you had to figure out how to get into contact. They wasn't even answering calls for the first couple hours. So I had Dany on the line calling. We sat there for 2 hours. 2 hours.
They hung up on me.
They hung up. My sister was on another line in the States because I was like, it's a different line. She was on there for 3 hours. They hung up. And I was like, yo, by the time I got to somebody, it was like 2 in the fucking morning. And they were already telling us if we made any other accommodations for ourselves, they were not reimbursing us. And so I had to wait for them to answer the phone to set me up for another flight. And then by the time they fucking did that, I took a whole nother day. They made me travel to Spain to travel all the way fucking back home. It was a whole fucked up situation. Not even a voucher or like a $200 voucher to say, I'm so sorry. So fuck you, Norwegian. Okay? Fuck you. I'm
a big
fucking big
dick.
Fuck you. Okay? I was so fucking pissed. Okay? Not only that, fuck y'all again. I landed JFK. We land early, so I'm like, y'all did something right. For me, y'all to leave me on the fucking runway in the plane for 45 minutes. I go to luggage to get my baggage. Over a fucking hour to get luggage. Over a fucking hour. Yo, fuck y'all. Y'all can suck mad dicks. I'm sorry. God, I'm pissed. Go ahead.
You have a Nabi for the week?
I mean, mine is I can't get into it too much only because it's a similar situation. Like, you know what I mean? I told you guys we had our destination wedding in St. Martin.
Yeah.
And we had a very good travel agent, you know what I'm saying? We stayed at the Sonesta Maho Resort.
Yeah.
And it was just hell from day one. Like, no towels in the room. Motherfuckers landing and they gotta wait till 3 p.m. to get into their room. Fucking the water's turning off and on. You know what I mean? Like, people can't take showers and shit. mind you, it's an all-inclusive resort, so of course people getting their drinks, they're going in the pool and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But their customer service was horrible, man. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there, but me and my wife and a bunch of our guests were tight. Like, we were just pissed off about that. Like, when you land, you're supposed to be able to get in your room. They already know you're coming in your room. You're supposed to be
Yeah.
able to check into
Yeah.
your shit, get into your room, 1, 2, 3. You should have to wait 3-4 hours to get into your room.
Yeah.
Then once you get into your room and you actually settled in, you taking your shower and shit, and you done, and they come and clean your room. They supposed to leave you extra towels, leave you hand towels, all
Yeah.
that. Them motherfuckers ain't have no towels to leave.
Damn.
People coming back to their room like, y'all want to take a shower?
Nothing.
The water's fucking up, and I got no towels. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I was trying to be as like peaceful and calm as possible, because I didn't want to have to deal with this. I didn't want to have to put extra stress onto myself. But it's like that type of shit is like, man, like you're supposed to have hospitality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to make sure your guests are good. So fuck the Sinesta Maho. You know what I'm saying? The same
Listen.
way you said that. Fuck the Sinesta Maho. We had a good ass time, but the hotel was fucking up, man. They gotta do better.
I'm not traveling no more for the summer. I'm staying my black ass home because
I feel
everything is
mine.
just fucked up.
I hate having travel issues, especially when you're coming home, because when you want to
That's
come
the
home,
worst.
you want to come home.
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Oh, I know. But Norwegian, don't worry. You got some shit coming to you. I'm sending my claim to you. You paying for every fucking thing. I'm so mad.
Facts.
Yep,
I'm
You
mad.
gotta
I
do
feel that. But
Anyways, guys, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Loud Ones podcast. Shouts
Yes.
out to our special guest. You want to plug anything?
Shout out to the podcast. This is a lit podcast, man. I hope that y'all continue bringing dope content and just like growing. And my Instagram is OWTLAW_7 outlaw_7, and that's all I got, man. I
Thank you,
appreciate you guys. I do.
guys.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Wait, Danny, what's your Instagram?
my Instagram is at Dany Bonaducci. Not gonna spell it.
Danny's hot and ready. So if y'all see hot and ready in her bio, that's her.
Yep.
So my Instagram is at always_Nas, and the podcast, please follow that, is at the Loud Ones podcast. On Instagram. And then also, if you guys have anything you want to send us in as far as questions, or you need any of our advice, we also have an email that's set up. So it's the Loud Ones podcast at gmail.com. So you can definitely send us over some questions if you have anything that you want to ask us. Okay, no dick pics, please.
No dick
We
pics.
already said that in the last episode. We don't want no dick pics.
And
Did somebody
just,
send a dick pic?
People do that.
I haven't
my
had a dick pic,
Unsolicited.
but I'm just saying, like,
No
if you send
dick
it to
pics.
me, you're
What
gonna
the
be in the group chat.
fuck?
I will exploit who the fuck you are.
I
Don't
will.
do it. But anyways, we're gonna wrap
Yo,
this
y'all
one
lit.
up, guys.
Thank you guys. Please
lit.
subscribe, and please leave reviews if you have anything that you want to say, if you want to just show some love. And thank you guys for your support. We
Oh,
really
this is gonna be
appreciate it.
up on YouTube, so we'll shout out the YouTube page in our next episode. But we out. Thank you.
Facts.
Bye, y'all.
One.